Your bedroom is not a room where you sleep. It is a room where everything that did not get dealt with during the day quietly goes to wait. The charger that belongs somewhere else. The book you meant to return. The clothes that did not make it back to the wardrobe. The things you moved off the bed before you got into it last night and moved off again this morning when you made it. They are all there. You are so used to them that you stopped seeing them weeks ago, but your brain never stopped seeing them. In Japan, the bedroom is considered the most protected room in the home. Not the most decorated, not the most designed, the most protected. It has one job: to give the nervous system permission to completely and fully rest. And every object in that room that does not support that one job is working quietly and continuously against it. Today, I am showing you 15 things that Japanese homes rarely keep in the bedroom. Things that are so normal in most homes that nobody ever questions them. But once you understand what they are doing to your sleep, your focus, and your sense of calm, you will not be able to walk into your bedroom the same way again. Stay until number 15 because I am giving you a simple 2-step bedroom reset method that tells you exactly what to remove first. And trust me, number 7 is something the majority of people have beside their bed right now, and it is actively keeping your brain in work mode while you are trying to sleep. Let us begin. The first 3 items on this list are the ones nobody expects. Because they do not look like a problem, they look like comfort. They look like personality. They look like things that make a bedroom feel like yours. But in Japanese thinking, there is a principle that runs through everything about the bedroom. The room should support rest. And anything that does not support rest is costing you something, even if you cannot feel it happening. Item 1. Photographs of people on the bedroom walls. This one surprises people every time because we put photographs in bedrooms precisely because we love the people in them, parents, friends, children, the people who matter most. But here is what those photographs are doing to your nervous system while you sleep. Every face in a photograph is a social stimulus. And your brain, even while resting, continues processing social stimuli in the same areas it uses for social interaction when you are awake. Faces activate the fusiform face area of the brain. Emotional associations with those faces activate the amygdala. Neither of these are processes you want running in the room where your nervous system is supposed to fully shut down. In Japanese bedroom design, the sleeping space is kept socially neutral, not because the Japanese do not love their families, because they understand that the bedroom is not a social space. It is a recovery space, and the brain recovers deepest in an environment that does not ask it to feel or respond to anything. The shift. Move family photographs to the hallway, the living area, or anywhere else in the home where you are awake and present when you look at them. Keep the bedroom neutral. Give your brain permission to stop processing people for the hours it spends in that room. That is 1. Item 2. Exercise equipment kept in the bedroom. The yoga mat rolled up in the corner. The resistance bands hanging on the door hook. The dumbbells sitting on the floor because the living room had no space for them. We tell ourselves it is practical. And in terms of square footage, maybe it is. But here is what that equipment is doing to the room where you sleep. Your brain is constantly scanning its environment and drawing associations. A space where exercise equipment is visible is a space the brain associates with effort, with performance, with the expectation of physical output. Those associations do not switch off when you lie down. Research from the Sleep Foundation has found that individuals who sleep in rooms containing visual reminders of activity or work tasks show measurably higher pre-sleep arousal and longer sleep onset times than those sleeping in visually neutral environments. The dumbbells in the corner are not just taking up floor space, they are keeping a small part of your brain alert and expectant at exactly the moment you need it to be quiet. In Japan, the sleeping area exists for one purpose, and everything that suggests a different purpose is removed from it. The shift. Move the exercise equipment out, even into a hallway, even into a cupboard in another room. The moment it disappears from the visual field of your bedroom, the room begins doing its job differently. Item 3 is in your bedroom right now, and it is something you probably put there intentionally to make the room feel warmer and more personal. Item 3, candles that are never lit. The collection of candles on the dresser, the ones in the glass holders, the ones in the decorative bowl, the tall ones in the corner. They were bought to create atmosphere, but they sit there unlit, day after day, week after week, gathering dust and taking up the surface space of the room you rest in. Here is how Japan sees this. Every object in a room that is not actively being used is occupying space without giving anything in return. And in a room as important as the bedroom, objects that sit passively without purpose are a quiet form of visual noise. They require your eyes to move around them. They create a surface that needs cleaning. They take up the kind of mental bandwidth that a room designed for full rest should not be asking for. In Japanese bedroom philosophy, surfaces are kept intentionally minimal. What you can see when you lie in bed should ask nothing of you. Nothing to tidy, nothing to organize, nothing to notice. The shift. Use the candles or move them to a room where they will actually be used. The bedroom is not storage for atmosphere that never happens. It is the room where the atmosphere is rest itself. Now stay with me because item 7 is the one I promised. The one most people have on their nightstand right now, and the science of what it is doing to your sleep is one of the most important things in this video. But first, items 4, 5, and 6. Item 4, a television in the bedroom. This is the item that creates the most resistance every time it comes up. Because the television in the bedroom feels like a reward, a comfort, the thing you have earned at the end of the day. Here is the science. The blue light emitted by any screen, television, phone, tablet, suppresses melatonin production. Melatonin is the hormone that signals to your body that it is time to sleep. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that exposure to room light before sleep suppressed melatonin onset by 90 minutes and reduced melatonin duration by 50% compared to dim light exposure. 90 minutes. You are pushing your natural sleep onset back by 90 minutes every night you watch television in bed. But the light is not the only problem. The content is. Television keeps the narrative brain active. The part of your brain that follows stories, anticipates what happens next, processes drama, reacts to conflict. That part of the brain needs to be quiet before deep sleep can begin. Television does the opposite of quieting it. In Japanese homes, the bedroom is consistently treated as a screen-free space, not as a rule, but as a natural consequence of understanding what the bedroom is for. The shift. Move the television out of the bedroom. If that feels too extreme, create a consistent time each evening when the screen goes off and stays off. Your melatonin production will recover within days. Item 5. Bright overhead lighting with no dimming option. Most bedrooms in Western homes have one overhead light. It is either on or off, fully bright or completely dark. In Japan, bedroom lighting is layered and adjustable. Small lamps, low-level lights, the ability to gradually reduce the brightness of the room in the hour before sleep as a signal to the body that the transition is beginning. Research from the Harvard Medical School Division of Sleep Medicine found that gradual dimming of light in the hour before sleep significantly improved sleep quality, reduced cortisol levels at bedtime, and accelerated sleep onset compared to rooms kept at full brightness until lights out. Bright overhead light tells your circadian system it is still daytime. Your body does not begin preparing for sleep until light levels drop. The single bright switch in most bedrooms is fighting your biology every evening. The shift. Add a small lamp to your nightstand. Use it in the hour before sleep instead of the overhead light. That single change begins signaling to your nervous system that the day is ending and rest is approaching. Item 6. A cluttered wardrobe with the doors left open. The wardrobe with clothes pushing out through the gap. The one where the door does not quite close because of what is inside. The visual chaos that sits in the corner of the room you sleep in, visible every morning and every night. Princeton's Neuroscience Institute published research demonstrating that visual clutter in the immediate environment continuously competes for neural attention. Your brain does not simply ignore disorder. It processes it repeatedly as potential tasks, as unresolved situations, as things that might need action. An open, overflowing wardrobe is not a neutral presence in a bedroom. It is a visual task list, sitting in the room where your brain is supposed to stop producing task lists. In Japan, wardrobe doors are kept closed. Storage is designed to contain everything within it completely. What the eyes cannot see does not cost the brain anything. The shift. Close the wardrobe door. If it will not close, that is the wardrobe telling you it contains more than it should. And now, item 7, the one that is beside most people's beds right now, charging quietly, waiting, your phone, not in the other room, not face down across the room, beside the bed, on the nightstand, within arm's reach from the moment you lie down to the moment you open your eyes. Here is what having it there is doing. Even when the phone is face down and silent, its proximity maintains what psychologists call attentional tethering. Your brain knows the device is there. It allocates a background process to monitoring it, listening for a sound, anticipating a notification, maintaining readiness to respond. That background process is incompatible with the deep neural disconnection required for restorative sleep. A study from the University of Texas, published in the Journal of the Association for Consumer Research, found that the mere presence of a smartphone on a desk or nearby surface reduced available cognitive capacity significantly, even when the phone was turned off. The reduction in cognitive capacity occurred simply because the brain was using resources to suppress the urge to check it. In your bedroom at night, that suppression is working against the exact mental quietness that deep sleep requires. In Japan, the phone does not sleep in the bedroom. It charges elsewhere. The bedroom belongs to the person sleeping in it, not to the device connected to every other person and piece of information in the world. The shift. Tonight, charge your phone in another room, not as a punishment, as the simplest possible gift you can give to the version of you that needs to sleep. If you use it as an alarm, buy a $5 alarm clock. Your sleep is worth $5. Item 8. Mirrors facing the bed. In Japanese home design, mirrors are placed with care, and they are almost never positioned so that a person lying in bed can see their own reflection. There are two reasons for this. The practical one: a mirror reflecting a window also reflects light, particularly early morning light, directly into the sleeping space. Light entering a bedroom in the early morning hours triggers cortisol production and pulls the body toward waking. A mirror amplifies and redirects that light into spaces it would not otherwise reach. The deeper one: a mirror facing the bed is a social stimulus in a space that should contain no social stimuli. Seeing your own reflection activates self-referential processing in the brain, the same networks involved in self-evaluation, social comparison, and identity management. These are not the networks you want active in your bedroom. The shift: angle the mirror so it does not face the bed directly. This single repositioning removes a light and cognitive stimulus that has been working against your sleep without you ever knowing it was there. Item 9, unused technology on visible surfaces. The old tablet propped against the wall, the fitness tracker you stopped using, the Bluetooth speaker with the blinking charge light, the old phone sitting on the dresser because you never decided what to do with it. Each of these items has a blinking light, a charge indicator, a standby glow, and your bedroom at night is a room full of small, persistent light sources that your brain, which evolved in total darkness, has to work to ignore. Studies on sleep environment quality consistently list small ambient light sources as among the most underestimated disruptors of sleep quality, not because each light is bright, because each one is registered. In Japan, the bedroom at night is dark, not dimly lit, dark. Every light source is removed or covered. The darkness is not an aesthetic choice. It is a biological requirement that Japanese bedroom habits have honored for generations. The shift: remove unused technology from the bedroom entirely. Cover or unplug anything with a standby light. Give your bedroom back the darkness your brain was designed to sleep in. Item 10, work bags, briefcases, or work clothes left in the bedroom. The bag dropped inside the door, the jacket on the back of the chair, the laptop bag leaning against the wardrobe, carried in from the working world and left in the sleeping one. There is a concept in sleep science called stimulus control, the idea that your bedroom environment must be consistently and exclusively associated with sleep for your brain to automatically begin the sleep transition when you enter it. Every time you bring work items into the bedroom, you weaken that association. You are teaching your brain that the bedroom is also a workspace. And a brain that has learned this does not switch into sleep mode automatically when you lie down. It checks, is this rest time or is this work time? In Japanese homes, work and sleep occupy entirely separate spaces. What enters the home from the working world stays in the entryway or a designated transition space. The bedroom is the furthest point from the outside world. Nothing from that world reaches it. The shift: the work bag stays outside the bedroom every night, without exception. Your bedroom learns what it is for by what you allow into it. Item 11 is the one that requires the most honesty. Item 11, reminders of unresolved situations, the unpaid bill on the dresser, the letter you have not answered, the item you borrowed from someone and have not returned, the object associated with something you have been avoiding thinking about directly. These items are not neutral. They are not simply objects. They are open loops in your cognition. And open loops are one of the most powerful disruptors of the mental quiet that sleep requires. Research by Dr. David Zald at Vanderbilt University demonstrated that unresolved personal situations activate the brain's default mode network, the network responsible for self-referential thought, rumination, and mental simulation of future scenarios more powerfully than resolved ones. That activation does not switch off when you lie down. It continues, in the form of the thoughts that arrive at midnight without invitation. Keeping the reminders of those unresolved situations in your bedroom is keeping the thoughts that belong to them in your bedroom too. In Japan, the bedroom holds nothing that requires action, nothing that waits for a decision, nothing that belongs to tomorrow rather than to tonight. The shift: remove every object from your bedroom that is there because you have not dealt with it yet. Deal with it, or move it to the room where you will deal with it. Your bedroom is not a waiting room. Item 12. Heavy, dark window treatments that block all air circulation, the thick curtains drawn tight, the room sealed completely, no air movement, no sound from outside, a sealed environment that feels like a shelter rather than a sleeping space. Japanese sleeping environments balance darkness with ventilation. The room that is sealed completely, no air circulation, no fresh air overnight, sees carbon dioxide levels rise as the night progresses. Research from the Technical University of Denmark found that elevated indoor carbon dioxide concentrations during sleep significantly reduced sleep quality, increased the frequency of nighttime waking, and reduced morning alertness. The air you breathe through the night matters as much as the light levels and the sound levels. A room sealed too tightly becomes the source of its own sleep disruption. The shift: introduce fresh air circulation into the bedroom each evening. A window open slightly before sleep, even in cold weather, maintains the air quality that restorative sleep requires. Darkness and fresh air are not in conflict. You can have both. Item 13. Books stacked beside the bed that you are not currently reading. The stack on the nightstand. The books you bought with intention, started and put down, or never opened at all. Each one a small, quiet reminder that you are behind on something you set out to do. The Japanese have a word for this: tsundoku, the habit of acquiring books and letting them accumulate unread. And it captures something important. These books are not just taking up physical space. They are taking up psychological space. Each one carries the quiet weight of an intention that has not been honored. The last thing you see before your eyes close at night should not be a stack of your own unmet expectations. That image travels into the pre-sleep mental state with you. It is the last input your brain receives before it begins the process of shutting down. And it is asking your brain to feel inadequate at exactly the moment you need it to feel at rest. The shift: keep one book beside the bed, the one you are reading now. Move the rest to a shelf in another room. Let reading before sleep feel like pleasure rather than a reminder of a backlog. Item 14. Scented items with strong synthetic fragrances. The plug-in air freshener, the synthetic reed diffuser, the heavily perfumed fabric spray used on the pillows. These are items introduced into the bedroom to make it smell pleasant. And they do smell pleasant in the moment. But the bedroom is the room where you breathe most deeply and most continuously. And the compounds in synthetic fragrances, phthalates, artificial musks, acetaldehyde, are classified by the Environmental Working Group as potential endocrine disruptors when inhaled in enclosed spaces over extended periods. The bedroom at night is an enclosed space, and 8 hours of continuous inhalation of synthetic fragrance compounds in a sealed room is a different exposure than a spray in an open kitchen. In Japan, bedroom scent where it exists at all, comes from natural sources. Hinoki cypress, fresh linen dried in outdoor air, sometimes a single dried flower. Nothing artificial. Nothing that requires your respiratory system to process chemical compounds through the night. The shift. Remove synthetic scented items from the bedroom. If you want fragrance, use natural sources, or use none at all. The bedroom does not need to smell like anything. It needs to feel like rest. And now, item 15, the last one, the one that ties every item before it together into a single idea that will change the way you think about every room in your home, not just this one. Item 15, anything in the bedroom that represents who you are supposed to become rather than who you are right now. The vision board on the wall, the goal-setting notebook on the nightstand, the inspirational quote above the headboard, the before and after photograph, the objects and images that are there to motivate you toward a future version of yourself. These are not bad things. In every other room of the house, they serve exactly the purpose they were placed there to serve. But in the bedroom, they are doing something you did not intend. They are asking the room that is supposed to accept you completely and unconditionally, exactly as you are in this moment, to instead remind you of how far you still have to go. Rest is not available to a person being evaluated. The nervous system does not fully release into sleep while it is still performing, still striving, still comparing. The deepest rest comes when the environment around you asks nothing of you, when you are not being measured, when the room holds you simply as you are, without condition or expectation. The bedroom should be the one room in your home where you arrive already enough. Not almost there, not working on it. Enough. Now. As you are tonight. In Japan, the sleeping space is kept free of aspiration. Not because aspiration is wrong, because it belongs in the waking hours, in the rooms where you are up and moving and building. The bedroom is for the person who has finished the day, not the person trying to earn the next one. The shift. Move everything that belongs to becoming into the rooms where you are awake and active and choosing. Leave the bedroom for the person you already are. That is 15. And as promised, here is the bedroom reset method. 2 steps. Under 5 minutes. This tells you exactly what needs to go first. Step 1. The nighttime check. Walk into your bedroom tonight and stand at the door. Look at the room the way your nervous system looks at it when you are trying to sleep. Ask one question about everything you can see. Is this here to help me rest, or is this here for another reason? Anything that exists in that room for a reason other than rest is in the wrong room. Step 2, the morning check. Walk into your bedroom in the morning after you have slept, before you have done anything else. Notice what your eyes land on first. Whatever it is, that is what your brain prioritized when it was organizing the environment around you while you slept. If it is not something that supported your rest, it is something that was competing with it. Start with one thing from this list tonight, not all 15. 1. The phone charged outside the room. The work bag moved to the hallway. The mirror angled away from the bed. One change. One night. Notice what the morning after it feels like. Because here is the truth. Underneath all 15 of these items, your bedroom cannot do its job while it is being asked to do 15 other jobs at the same time. In Japan, the room where you sleep is the room the rest of the home exists to protect. Every other room handles the business of being alive. The kitchen handles nourishment. The living space handles connection. The entryway handles transition. And the bedroom handles the one thing none of the others can provide: the complete and total permission to stop. You do not need a bigger bedroom. You do not need better furniture, or a new mattress, or a different set of curtains. You need a bedroom that has been given back its one job. Look around the room you sleep in tonight. Which of these 15 things is in there right now? Tell me the number in the comments. And if 2 or 3 of them are there, tell me all of them. Because the number you say out loud tonight is the one you are most likely to actually remove tomorrow. And if this changed the way you see the room you sleep in, share it with one person in your life whose bedroom you have been inside and quietly thought, they need this room to do better for them, because everyone deserves a bedroom that is actually on their side. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next one.